the software and internet M&A markets for the month of April 2020. Firstly, if we look at the notable M&A transactions, I think one thing is really interesting here is look at the size of the deals for April. They're obviously much smaller. The biggest deal for the month was Verizon's acquisition of Blue Jeans for $500 million. And given everything that's going on in video collaboration right now, that deal makes a to Verizon. But everything else was pretty small. And you can see only $800 million of invested capital into M&A in April and 59 transactions. The median revenue multiple across all transactions was significantly lower. And this is partly due to a fewer data points, obviously, but obviously given reflecting of the market slowdown and the types of transactions that are happening in this market. If we look at the equity markets, however, they've actually performed pretty well. So from the lows at the end of March, the equity market performed very strongly. S&P 500 is up 16% in April. Our software index that's non-SaaS was up 15%, and our SaaS index ended up nearly 23%. So a really good recovery, but we definitely expect more volatility as the months go ahead. And you can really see the impact the current COVID-19 crisis and working from home has had on the M&A market. So look at the amount of deals that were getting done earlier in the year, averaging nearly 150 a week. If you look for, 150 a month. But if you look for the month of April, it's obviously significantly lower than that. So, we did see a trail off. This chart starts in January 2018. It trailed off in 2019 pretty significantly anyway, but that has definitely continued post-COVID-19 to the 64 transactions that we saw happen in April of 2020. And you can see how this is going to kind of reflect for the year. So if we annualize numbers for the year, we get to about 1,200 transactions for the year versus nearly 1,500 last year. And volumes, while they annualize at close to last year's levels at 155 billion, would be surprised if they hit this level. What we're really seeing is that those mega deals are not happening anymore. They're obviously going to come back at some point, but it's going to be a bit of time before they do. The multi-billion-dollar deals that were happening year and end of last year, it's going to take a while to show up again. And then, if you look at multiples overall, you can see that contract. So for we look at SaaS versus non-SaaS, the SaaS have come down and kind of more stabilized at that 2017, 2018 level, around the low 4 times revenue, and the non-SaaS multiples continue that as well, being 2.5 times revenue. We'd expect these, obviously to normalize a little bit, but they probably come down a little bit more first because obviously the transactions that are happening in April are likely kind of those types of transactions are going to continue in May and June and kind of depress multiples before they kind of rebound at the back end of this year. Anyway, we hope you found that helpful. And if you want more details, we do publish this and more information as part of our monthly report. Just reach out and connect with us, and we're happy to send you that on a monthly basis. Stay safe.